Alrighty, so I guess we will get going. Thank you, everyone. Good morning, and thank you for attending. My name is Dan McIsaac, and I'm a senior sales manager at Positrace. We're happy to be presenting this webinar today. Today's presenter is Marcela Apaza. She's the North American Sales Operation Manager, and Marcela has extensive knowledge and experience in vehicle tracking and management solutions, ELD and hours of service, safety and compliance, and dash cams. Having spent most of her career managing key accounts at Positrace, where she now leads the sales operations efforts in North America. We're also accompanied by Felix Diaz. He's the Director of Product and Operations, and Felix is an industrial engineer with specialization in mathematical optimization. He began his career in the manufacturing industry, overseeing product development. He eventually moved on to the software industry, where he now works in product management and day-to-day operations at Positrace. Felix leads our talented research, analysis, and development team, and is responsible for driving innovation and decision-making strategies. Now, before we begin, I wanted to mention again that this webinar is brought to you by Positrace. And Positrace is a telemetry and fleet management solution that gives you total visibility and control over your fleet of vehicles anytime, anywhere. Positrace provides companies with valuable information on vehicle fleet in real time, and supported by more than 19 programmable reports, supporting different industries to reduce cost, always with the firm commitment to offer our customers technological solutions that suit their needs. Now, why Positrace? Positrace puts all its efforts into improving transportation through technology and intelligence for your fleet. Technology is our passion, and for 13 years, we've created the best telemetry tools with the following objectives: efficiency in your logistics processes, reduction in your operating costs, and security for your team, assets, and business. Just a couple of reminders. The presentation will take place in a closed microphone. We will have questions and answers at the end of the presentation. So obviously, please hold your questions and put them into the question and answer on the left-hand side. And before we get going, if you do run into any technical issues during the presentation, we would appreciate it if you let us know through the Q&A section again on the left. Now it's time to move to our main topic, and I'll leave you with Marcela Apaza. Marcela?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dan, and welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Today, we're going to talk about briefly what is machine learning, what is artificial intelligence, and how these two are applied to the transport industry and can benefit transport companies. First, what is machine learning? Machine learning is in summary, is the process by which a computer system can learn to make predictions based on a large amount of data. So in other words, it facilitates data analysis to predict events and generate a response or react promptly. We know that this world is full of data, so much data in photos, music, video, words, spreadsheets. These are generated not only by people, but also by computers, by phones and other devices. And it seems that it's only going to accelerate in the future. Machine learning comes from processing this mountain of data using algorithms to predict the future and make decisions based on these predictions. Humans, we have traditionally analyzed data and adapted systems to change in their data in the past. However, while the volumes of data have surpassed our human abilities to analyze and understand and react to it, automated systems have been implemented so that these can learn from the data, and more importantly, from the changes in this data in order to adapt to the changing landscape and react to it better and faster. We see machine learning all around us in the products that we use day to day. However, it's not always noticeable that machine learning is behind it all. We see it in the text prediction systems, facial recognition, fraud detection systems, and recommendation systems when we are doing a simple search on the internet, on YouTube or social networks. Also, we see it in assistants such as Siri, Alexa, among others. Now, what is artificial intelligence then? It's the broad branch of computing, and the main goal of it is to create systems that can function intelligently and independently as we humans can. For example, we talk and hear to communicate through language, and this is a task that can be simulated by machines when they communicate between each other with the help of AI. In general terms, AI is the science by which machines simulate human tasks, while machine learning is the method in which these machines learn with the data and improve their responses. Artificial intelligence is a concept that has developed for over 70 years. It already exists to some degree in many industries, but the extent to which it's becoming part of our daily life is set to grow fast. In 2009, Google started an AI project in cars. In 10 years, they traveled 10 million miles with their cars. This generated so much data, and they generated a machine learning system and artificial intelligence with that information. And the result was great. It's self-driving cars. An AI system can take action through technologies such as expert systems and inference engines, or undertake actions in the physical world. Autopilot features and assisted driving capabilities in cars are the best example of it. Now we're going to see a video that will give a better idea of the amount of data that the artificial intelligence in cars can sense, comprehend, and react to. And when I mean sense, you can see that the computer vision and audio processing, for example, are able to actively perceive the world around them by acquiring and processing images and sounds. When I say comprehend, I'm talking about the data processing that is happening and the inference engines that can enable artificial intelligence systems to analyze and understand the information collected in split seconds, as you can see. To lastly, take action in the physical world and react to it. And yeah, in this video, we can see how quickly the dash cameras and the AI are taking into consideration all the different vehicles, people, pedestrians, the roads, the lanes, even lights. So all this information is being analyzed in just fractions of seconds. Now, I would like to mention that studies conducted by Accenture and Frontier Economics indicate that AI has the potential to increase the economic growth rates by an average of 1.7% by 2035 in 16 industries. One of them being the industry of transportation. As we can see, it's on the 5th place. And for industries that implement AI, the expectancy of growth is 4.0 instead of 2.0 for those that are not expecting to implement it. David Otter says that often people only think of AI boosting growth by substituting humans, but actually huge value is going to come from the new goods, services, and innovations AI will enable. And in fact, a significant part of the economic growth from artificial intelligence will come not from replacing existing labor and capital, but in enabling the people to use their labor much more effectively. For example, AI can enable humans to focus on parts of their role that are most valued and direct their time towards increasing customer satisfaction. Also, AI augments labor by complementing humans' capabilities, offering employees new tools to enhance their natural intelligence. It also can improve capital efficiency, a crucial factor in industries where it represents a large sunk cost, for instance, in manufacturing, industrial robotics. Studies conducted by Accenture and Frontier Economics also show that AI has the potential to boost labor productivity by up to 40% in 2035 in the countries studied. This raise in labor productivity will not only be driven by longer hours, but by innovative technologies, enabling people to make more efficient use of their time. Now we're going to talk about some statistics about the roads and accidents in Canada and the US. Transport Canada's National Collision Database contains data on all reportable motor vehicle collisions in Canada that provinces and territories provide each year. Per its latest collision statistics report, the year of 2018 saw an increase in the number of fatalities and injuries. In 2018, the number of motor vehicle fatalities was 1,922, up 3.6% from 2017, when the total was 1,856. And the number of serious injuries was 9,494. Now, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration released a study which identified that drivers are the critical cause of 94% of accidents. Of the driver-related car accident statistics, the NHTSA study segments that the primary causal reason as follows: 41% recognition error, such as distracted driving; 33% decision error, as in speeding or illegal maneuver; 11% is performance error; and 8% non-performance, similar to lack of sleep. According to the National Safety Council in the US, 25% of all automobile accidents involve cell phone use, whether it's talking on the phone or just texting. Now, I would like to some viewer discretion here is advised, as we're going to see a video that can show how it only takes 1 to 2 seconds to be involved in a vehicle accident. As we can see, the biggest problems brought by vehicle accidents are the human losses, which is the main, material losses, cargo losses, opportunity cost, and insurance cost. Now, how can these problems be fixed with AI? The answer is that there are already artificial intelligence video camera systems that monitor the vehicles and what happens with them inside and outside the cabin in order to prevent accidents. Cameras that record a large amount of data analyze it, and detect dangerous events in seconds, and alert drivers immediately inside the cabin with a voice alert system, which also keeps and uploads the video recording that can be later used as evidence. The actions that these cameras detect and alert are if the driver is tired or sleepy, if he's using his phone, if there is driver distraction, smoking, if the vehicle goes out of lane, if there is short distance between vehicles, and of course forward collision. Now we're going to see on our screen a little poll. If you can please just answer to that. The question is, do you consider this system can be a game changer for your operations? We will really appreciate your input in this poll. I'm just waiting a little bit more for people to finish voting here. Okay, so yes, 100% of our attendees today agree that this can be a big game changer for their operations. So that's great to hear. Now, how does it work? This system works in conjunction with any of our PosiTracker GPS devices and is made up of HD digital cameras capturing what is happening in front of the vehicle and also inside the cabin with the driver at all times. The cameras are connected to our AI system that analyzes, interprets, and the images and generates alerts, both in the cab and to the PosiTrace system. If any issues are detected, the primary objectives are driver safety and preventing accidents and protecting your business. The hardware kit is basically comprised of one full HD forward-facing camera with AI, which will make all the calculations of the situation and events on the exterior of the vehicle, and it has its own SD memory card. One infrared driver-facing camera with driver-based AI, prepared to read, analyze, and alert the driver of dangerous events from his side. One driver notification screen with integrated speaker that will provide visual and most importantly sound in-cab alerts to the driver. We can now see a video of an example of how the video clips will look taken from the driver-facing camera. Even if the driver was wearing glasses, even if these are sunglasses, the camera is still able to see the eyes of the driver. We can see now how these videos and how the information is integrated in our platform. With our solution, we can see all the trips and history of the vehicles, where it has been since the first engine on event, where the vehicle is driving, the routes and all that kind of information, mileage. And in between the trip, we will see some events detected here. As you click on them, you will be able to see the video for the events that were detected. Here's just a couple more examples of the different type of videos that can be recorded. And when you see those videos from the platform, you can also hear the type of alert that was sent to the driver at that moment. Now, to summarize, I would like to mention all the benefits of AI for your operations and the return of the investment that you will make. Why are the dash cameras with artificial intelligence necessary? We know that the importance of protecting drivers and companies and helping them find ways to reduce risk and mitigate costs from them. So we want to let you know all the benefits of implementing them, implementing these new technologies such as dash cameras. We work with hundreds of transportation companies that have shared with us that in the last year, with all that is going on, we see that the roads are more congested every time. They're full of vehicles and fleets that for sure are moving the economy. And we find that there are more and more distracting factors on the road. Drivers who may not have extensive driving experience, or those who perhaps without being aware of it continue driving, continue their duties with just little rest. Dash cameras can help exonerate your drivers in the event of an accident. And in addition to having a tool that increases the safety and reduces these risks by providing live coaching, as our AI system does through the notification monitor. Um, Savings can not only come by insurance reduction in insurance premiums, but also in costs associated with accidents and driving errors. Cameras decrease claims to insurance companies. Um, the driver can be exonerated, as I mentioned, and protected. And the system can also help you accelerate claims processes for your company, so you will use less resources in those cases, if any. And most importantly, avoid accidents that can bring not only monetary but also personal loss. Many of the attendees here may have experienced in the past any accident or may know somebody that has. And you know how long it takes to make a claim with the insurance company or to go to court and present all the evidence necessary. With this type of service, you would be getting the type of proof that you need to help accelerate everything else. Our dash cameras and AI system is one of the ways in which we suggest to the companies we work with to use the data provided by our system to support their processes, the technologies they use to train their drivers and mediate with them, as well as to demonstrate to your clients the efforts that you introduce into your operations to manage your fleet and reduce risks. So right now, I just want to show you a quick live demo of our platform and how this would look. So we're able to see that the vehicle that has a camera will show us a history. And the history will be stored and available from the platform to you. So you're able to see how many trips were performed by a vehicle, the route that it was traveling, and also the events that I mentioned. As soon as you click on them, you will be able to see what type of event was detected, what the driver hears inside the cabin, and this is uploaded in real time. So I'm just going to press here on the small video, and I hope you can hear.
Unsafe following distance.
So that was just one example of one event that was detected. And as we can see, there are many more. As I mentioned, the different events of risk that will trigger this type of videos, and all available from your platform. In this case, the driver was wearing sunglasses. Okay, so that would be my part for the presentation. And now, Dan?
Yes, thank you very much, Marcela. I can certainly see with intelligent dash cams how we can prevent accidents and certainly protect your business. I guess now what we'll do is we'll go to the question and answer. So again, if you do have any questions for us, please type in the question and answer box on the left-hand side. So we do have a few questions that have came in. So the first one, Marcela, is, can it be installed in any vehicle?
Yes, it can be installed in any vehicle. Basically, everything you need is the vehicle to have a cabin, some kind of protection for the camera, and yes, you're good to go.
Sounds good. Okay. The next one is if I need to go back a few days and check all of the video in the Positrace platform, can I do that?
Yes, that all those videos will be recorded and stored in our platform for a minimum of 3 months.
Okay, 3 months. Beautiful. Can the dash cams be used in any other platforms, or does it only work with kind of your platform?
It's created to integrate with our platform and with our system, so it goes everything together in the same solution.
Okay. And you had mentioned in the demo that one of the drivers was wearing sunglasses. It didn't appear like they were wearing the sunglasses. So there's no issues. They can see the camera can see the driver's eyes even with sunglasses.
That's right. That's a very good question. As we could see in the video, those were sunglasses and not clear ones. But the driver-facing camera has actually infrared capabilities, and that's why it's able to see the eyes of the driver, even if he's wearing sunglasses in the case.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, I think that's all the questions that have came in. I don't know if anybody does have any last minute questions. Certainly type them in the question and answers on the left hand side.
Mm-hmm. Also, if there are any questions that come up later, you can always send us an email to accounts@positrace.com or call our number 877-787-2231. And we will be happy to answer all the questions, maybe do a demo, talk about any specific needs of your operations and your companies. So please feel free to reach out.
Beautiful. You must have did a great job, Marcela, because there's no more questions coming in at the moment.
That's great. Okay, so we're just in time to finish our webinar today. I want to thank again everyone for joining us today, and I'll hope to see you in the next webinar that we set up.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.